What a gift it is today to be able to be with Lacy Holt of Legacy Parenting for our Talk to People podcast episode. What a gift it is to be part of a community. I just learned that we give away nearly 500,000 diapers a year. We're on our way, Lacy, to 500,000. That's kind of a blessing and a curse.
It is insane to think about the amount of diapers distributed in our community now. It really is.
So 500,000 diapers in trivia and tapas. Did I say that right?
Tapas, but yeah. Trivia and tapas. That's our fundraiser.
That's coming up on November 9th. How do people get involved with that?
We have registration open on our website, legacyshawnee.com. We've got lots of posts and little teasers on social media about it, but it's our biggest fundraiser that we have, and we're excited it's the 7th year to bring that back.
Okay, so 7 years, that's the perfect number, of course, which means you're pretty good at trivia, Lacy.
I mean, I'm not good at trivia, but there are people that are, and I had no idea when we created this, it was actually going to become a legit trivia competition. But we quit doing physical scorecards a few years back because people would come stand over the table of my score volunteers like, you didn't get my answer right. And so we have a virtual game now that can also account for how long it takes you to answer a question. And that attributes to who can win. You know the answers and you answer them the fastest. Couldn't do that with paper scorecards. But
no.
It's evolved, in other words. Let's just say this event has evolved over the years.
We like it kind of like the whole objective in Monica's closet. Have you ever watched Friends and you kind of wondered what was in Monica's closet? We have figured it out. We are in Monica's closet. Tell us about this room, Lacy.
First of all, I can't believe he talked me into this. We are major Friends fans here at Legacy Parenting Center, and this is our beautiful organized chaos that we're in Monica's closet. So if you've ever donated anything to Goodwill or given it to any kind of charity, you usually put it in a box, trash bag, something. Well, that's how donations are received, but we've got a village of volunteers that help us organize it. This is the stage of organization before it makes it to our Legacy store where clients get these donated items. But yes, we are in Monica's closet. I'm still a little freaked out that we're sharing basically our underwear drawer right now, but it's organized chaos.
Well, and when we talk about that, we talk about parenting. And parenting is not an easy thing to do. And unfortunately, in our community, there are a lot of people who have zero training in parenting. Maybe their parents were absent, and now we're generationally down that road of parents being absent from the home, or they're split families, and so there's always a single parent who's trying to work or get things done. But we have a lot of that in our community. That's a problem.
We do, and here at Legacy, we offer parent education, obviously, but we don't have any income requirements or anything like that. So we see a wide range of families and stories and things like that, but the majority of our families are single parent homes. They may have come from generational trauma, or maybe they didn't even grow up with a consistent mentor or family figure or parent at all. And so if you've not been modeled that, how do you model that? And so that's what we're here for. We believe that relationships drive change. And so we partner every family with a mentor, a volunteer mentor, or a staff person. And when they come for parent education, they're sitting with someone that knows them. And we learn their story, and we get to know their baby. And so they might start coming because they need help with diapers, but they're going to keep coming because we know them, and we love them, and they can trust us. And they may have never had that before until they found it here.
And so when we talk about legacy parenting, and of course we're in the underwear drawer, as you say, of Monica's closet, really this is a well-proportioned operation throughout this building. Tell us a little bit of the process. If I'm a parent, or maybe I'm shy and I don't want people to know I'm having trouble being a parenting, what is it like for somebody coming in your door, Lacy? Can we make that an easy something to do for people?
Sure. So first of all, I hate the stigma around parent education. Parenting is the hardest job in the world. And so just to put it out there, people think, if they're in parent education, they've been court ordered, someone told them they need to go to parenting. Okay, like 10 of our 300 clients are court ordered to be here. So that just shows me a lot of people are coming because this is a very hard job. And so clients will just call us, set an appointment, call on the phone, get scheduled Monday through Thursday, 9 to 4. And then the first time you come, we do some paperwork. We ask you, get to know you, get you a file established, and then you earn points the first time you come. So we're an Earn While You Learn program. I think I said that earlier. But every time a client comes, they're going to get lessons, they're going to earn points, they're going to get diapers, and then they get to shop in our store, which all of these things end up in our store. Looks a lot prettier than this room. And then you get signed up. You earn some points for signing up. We're going to show you our rooms where you sit to watch videos. We're going to take you in the store, give you diapers that day, and let you use your points that you just earned. And then we'll get you scheduled to come the next 2 weeks. Clients in our Earn While You Learn can come every 2 weeks, which is a big deal because you get 50 diapers each visit twice a month. That's 100 diapers a month per baby just for participating in our program. So I have a trivia fact for you.
So is this like a fact or a question?
This is a fact.
Okay, I want
I
to hear
could
it.
put
Yes.
it in a question.
Yeah, let's play.
True or false, Daniel?
Okay.
There are 5 government programs that help with the cost of diapers. True or false?
False.
He got it right. There are zero. There are zero government-funded programs that help with the cost of diapers.
Wow.
So a family, if they qualify, they can get health care and they can get food and formula and things like that. But there's nothing that helps with diapers. And so we polled our families, and I think it was about more than 90% of our families said we are their primary source for help with diapers.
And you touched on something is that when we're in Monica's closet like this, it doesn't necessarily look like that to the public when they come in. And that's why I was like, no, let's be in Monica's closet, because as a parent and coming through as a parent, you want to present a very good image to people that you come in contact with your family, but it's so chaotic and you're always emotionally tied on the inside and in those quiet moments when the house looks like this.
Yeah.
You have to have struggles like that are being told to you every day.
We do. And this room is kind of the perfect representation because it's beautiful chaos. And that's parenting in a nutshell.
Yeah.
It's a really hard job. It's emotionally draining. You never get a break from, you're 9 to 5, you go home at 5 and you don't have to think about it, Lord willing. But parenting is nonstop. And so we do hear a lot of stories, and I love it when families trust us enough to let us in their underwear drawer and let us know, what are you really struggling with? Because then we can help you in a true way. It's like social media. It's highlight reels.
Yeah.
It's all the good stuff. You're seeing everybody's happy pumpkin patch pictures, and they don't show the meltdown that happened on the way there and the meltdown that happened on the way home and the frustrated parents because all you wanted to do was have a fun day, and now you got these crybaby kids that don't appreciate anything. Yes, this is a personal example of what is happening in my house right now. I have a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old boy, and it is hard. It is so hard. And so that's the thing, is we just want to break down those barriers. We want to help families just learn to kind of understand developmentally where their kid is, because that's part of it. If you understand what is appropriate for a 2-year-old, why are they having this temper tantrum? Well, they're learning things. And so if you can understand where your child is, it helps you have a little bit more patience and know, well, they don't have those cognitive skills yet to be able to process what I'm telling them. I can't give them complex instructions,
Yes.
And so it's just, I love what we get to do.
Yeah.
Yes, there's hard days. There's some stories that really get us. But then there's some that are just really, really good. And it's so fun to see a mom grow in her confidence when, she'll start coming and kind of have no control of her kids, or they kind of take advantage of her a little, and you can tell they don't hear her.
Yeah.
But then by coming a few times, meeting with our parent educator, teaching her some skills of how to use her voice and how the kids can respond, and then within a month or so, you just see a flip. You see kind of confidence.
Yes.
And it's good.
In our family, and my wife and I, we've raised 6 kids, and you mentioned 9 to 5 job, you go home and then you're done, but so often families nowadays to perhaps live to appearances or maybe to unrealistic goals of what they see on the social media stuff. It seems like, they may have just chuckled when you said that because they're at work from 9 to 5 after dropping the kids off at 8, and then they're coming home to the kids. And there are so many complicated aspects of parenting. And one of those, I think, is that we have to set realistic goals as partners in raising the children. How important is that there's there's someone to help someone else in parenting?
I think it's the same as in life. We're not made to do it alone.
Wow.
And you have to have people in your corner. You have to be able to have someone that you trust that's safe to say, I'm about to lose it. I need to talk to you now because I'm going to lose my cool, And we talk about it in one of our videos here about shaken baby syndrome. And it's like, if you haven't lived it, you think, oh yeah, I would never shake my baby. I would never do that. Well, if you haven't slept in months, you have no one helping you. Maybe you got fired from your job because your baby was sick and you couldn't drop her at daycare because she can't go sick, but then you get fired because you have no more leave, and so you're already feeling all this frustration of adulting and all the things, and then you have this baby that can't reciprocate anything and keeps you up all night, and it's those weak moments, and then it's like, it sounds great in theory of like, I would never do that, but then if you don't have anyone to help you or anyone to help you recognize these triggers and these things, it's something you would never wish on someone or happen, but the reality is it happens. And so we try to step in and help you learn, okay, what are my triggers? What are things I should look forward to before I get to that point of I'm going to freak out, and who are my people? Who are my safe people I can call? Where can I go? Who can help me? That's one example, and it's kind of a heavy one, but that's just an example of, we want to help empower them and give them the tools, give parents the tools so that we can have less traumatic experiences happening to families in our community.
And I would think, Lace, that understanding that your journey is a unique journey with your child, it's not a comparison journey of what, well, it's supposed to look like this or it's supposed to look like this. I would say every parenting journey that I have witnessed is different. Would you agree?
It is, and that's another thing that's interesting is like parent education. It's not cut and paste, but that's also why we have mentors and we have parent educators, because we can give you the gist, but of course you have to tailor it to your own life, and then you add in special needs or trauma or things that are happening. And so there's no like perfect booklet, here's how to do it. But that's also why you need people in your life so that you can discuss this and you can recognize, oh, maybe that isn't as normal as I was normalizing it, and just having people to help you kind of recognize that language and get the tools and all of that.
And so I've been interested in when you showed us with the little tour that you actually sit down and you watch like short videos, but you don't just put somebody in a dark room and say, okay, watch this and there's a test afterwards. Talk about that and how that actually happens and how successful that's been in helping people.
We have, and that was the original model when we first started. When we started seeing clients in February of 2016, it's always been this Earn While You Learn program. And so the videos are easy. It's not daunting or overwhelming to think about coming in, because we're not all up in your business, at least not at first, until you trust us a little bit. But they're 30 minutes or less. Yeah. And it gives you an overview of certain subjects. So I like to joke that it's the Netflix of parent education, because it's literally all the subjects from pregnancy to childbirth, breastfeeding, infant care, toddler discipline, potty training, all the things. But again, no child, they're not all the same. It's just general information, but that's why we put someone in the room with them, because they can ask, okay, well, my child is 3 and he's not potty training, so what's going on? And we can kind of talk through those things. But we definitely don't ever want clients to feel alone, and you can't build trust if you're sitting by yourself.
Right.
But having someone that's familiar, it's not always the same person every time, which would be our goal, but sometimes they have 2 or 3 mentors that they'll sit with, but just because that's how you build the trust, to be able to kind of open up things that you may not tell us. But we try to make it as easy as possible when you start. Just come watch these videos with us, earn some points, get some diapers, get your Halloween costume from the store,
Yeah.
use your points. So,
Well, and so for adults who, first of all, maybe you think you're smart at trivia, you can help by signing up for trivia and tapas coming up on November 9th. But also, it takes a legion, and I loved it. You said my village of volunteers. It takes a village to raise families within our community. And how would somebody become involved? Maybe they feel they've been successful as a parent, or maybe they learned so much and they felt it like they were a failure at a parent, but they want to be able to give back and help other people not make the same kind of mistakes. How does your village grow? How does your village of volunteers grow?
So we've got lots of volunteer opportunities at Legacy. So if you want to be on the front lines and meet the families and watch the videos and build the relationships, we've got a client support team that does that. And we used to call them mentors. I think I've said that a few times. But mentor is kind of a scary word if you think about it.
It is.
So really it's just a support person. You don't have to know everything about parent education. The videos and the lessons are laid out for you. But so we've got frontline volunteers that sit with the clients. Maybe they help them shop in the Legacy store. And then we have behind the scenes people that come here and hang out in Monica's closet and really just help us get the store prepped for the families. And then all of the diapers we give out, we repackage them. And so we've got diaper volunteers that come in, work the shrink wrap machines, package them in groups of 25. That's a big volunteer job as well. But you can get on our website, legacyshawnee.com. There's a tab that says Get Involved. And just send us your info, and our volunteer coordinator will reach out, and we'll kind of find out. Are you an introvert that wants to hide in this closet and help us, or you want to be on the front lines?
Well, we have a growing family. I have five daughters now. My wife, all of them love babies. Do they get to meet babies?
Some, yes, if that's the line that you want to go down.
They just love babies.
Yeah.
I know that.
The only thing that we do ask is if you are ready to be a client support person.
That would be the type of volunteer you would be.
Yes.
Client support.
Client support needs to be consistent.
Gotcha.
We are not going to interject any more trauma on these families. We're not going to put someone in, it happens because we're humans, but our heart is client support people are dedicated. They show up, they build these relationships with families, and it's not going to be another broken relationship in their life. So that's the only thing is, if you're ready to be dedicated, you do get to see the babies, but we're going to need to see you at least twice a month.
Well, that's a beautiful thing. That's a great descriptor of Lacy Holt, dedicated and consistent. I remember when this was just a dream and it was starting, and you have blown it up to maybe the most important nonprofit effort in our community. And I want to thank you, Lacy, so much for the work that you're doing here. It just gives me chills. And even if you just want to come to Legacy and see what's happening, you will be impressed and want to get involved.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Lacy Holt, Legacy Parenting, Trivia and Tapas, November 9th.